Hey guys, this is Drew Plays Bass with SoccerReviews.com, bringing you a comparison video today between the synthetic adiZero F50 Me Coach and the leather adiZero My Coach. These are two boots that are relatively new to the market. They've only been out since around the start of 2013. We recently saw the launch of a messy adiZero, which we're hoping to get our hands on soon to look at the differences between that version and these. But right now we're going to take a look at what separates the leather version from the synthetic version. The first thing you're going to notice when you get these boots is that the synthetic version definitely fits a lot tighter. The break-in time is a little bit longer, and if you're someone that has a wide foot, or you've diagnosed yourself with a wide foot but what you actually have is more of a fat foot, then the synthetic F50 is going to be extremely painful, and the break-in time isn't going to be luxurious at all. The leather F50, well, you know, it's not going to be a fantastic break-in period. Definitely takes a lot less time to break in. That leather starts to get nice and soft, and even though it's not a kangaroo leather, it's a high-quality leather that they've made with this F50, and it's something that I really enjoyed, and it's something that I wish they had started doing on F50s a long time ago. Now, as far as differences go in everything else, with the synthetic version, you do get a pair of ultralight insoles that personally, they're alright, but they're a little too thin for me. I like going with the comfort insole. I've taken one out so you guys can see it. It's definitely got a lot more padding in it, and only adds about 0.2 ounces, which at the end of the day, 0.2 ounces isn't going to hurt anything. So I usually use the comfort insole when I use them. For the first little while I did use the ultralight insole just to see how it felt, and it was a lot of pain. I had to suffer through a lot of pain there. So yeah, but with the leather F50, you don't get any other insole, you just get the comfort insole. So that's it for extras. You don't get a boot bag with any of these top-end releases from Adidas, which is something that we really feel is lacking. I know that they haven't put boot bags in for a while. I know they used to with the Predator X and when you would order a Prime or SL release, but it'd be really nice if Adidas would start putting bags in their top-end boots again. That's just a small infomercial, I suppose, for Adidas, but it doesn't really make too big a difference. It's just when you pay the same price for this as you would for a Nike boot and you get the bag, it's just one of those nice little extras. As far as differences in the sole plate, I apologize for how dirty these are. I actually wanted to get some last minute testing in with both of them. They are identical, nothing different on the sole plates for either boot from top to bottom, the exact same as you would expect. The only real differences are in the upper and the weight. The weight between the two, I believe the leather is about 0.8 ounces heavier. Also, this depends on the size. I usually wear a size 11, so it's going to weigh more than the listed weight. Normally Adidas use a size 9 to measure the listed weight, so keep that in mind if you're weighing your boots and you keep thinking that you're being gypped. Adidas and Nike and all the major companies try to pad their stats a little bit by weighing a smaller size. It wouldn't make much sense if they weighed a size 12 and it came out to about 8 ounces, because then no one would be impressed by that particular speed boot. Now, as far as the inside of the boots go, the leather version, because that leather's nice and it gives a little cushion there, there is no sprint web. I'm sorry. There's no sprint frame inside there. It's just this nice suede liner in there. Very comfortable. Feels really good. The heel liner's kind of got this tacky synthetic feel to it. I didn't have any blisters happen with this model, but I did ease into them, so made it a little bit easier on me. As far as the synthetic version goes, you do get the sprint web in there. That's to make sure it lasts more than 3 days, and also to give the boot its shape. If you didn't put that in there, it would probably all fold in on itself and look somewhat similar to that. The sprint web. You also have the same heel liner, a little bit of texture, and you can definitely tell that this is a more stripped down version. Although the leather one does still feel like a speed boot, the synthetic one is definitely bare bones, and you feel that if anybody tackles you. But it's also, if you're looking for that barefoot feel, you're definitely going to get it with both of these boots, but I would say more so with the synthetic version. The other thing that a lot of people talked about when the synthetic version came out is this kind of texture that's on the top of the boot. They compared it to ACC. I know we even said it was similar to ACC, but to be honest, it's, at the end of the day, it's just texture. It doesn't really provide any extra grip. It's supposed to keep the water from absorbing into the upper, but if you've ever had an F50 before, you didn't really have any problems with water getting inside the boot by soaking through the synthetic. So this, at the end of the day, it may be a slight nod towards ACC, but it just kind of provides a little bit of flash, a little more of a design niche for Adidas on this boot. The other things, the tongue on the synthetic is a little bit thinner, and it's still the synthetic material that goes through the boot, whereas on this, on the leather version, it's kind of got a suede feel on the inside. It's a little bit thicker throughout. It just feels more solid. At the end of the day, if I'm picking one, I'm going to pick the leather, but that's not to say that either of these boots is not a great boot. It's just that this one, to me, is a little more solid. It gives a little bit more protection, and I love the touch that you get from this thin leather. As far as durability goes, I've really put these through the ringer, and they seem like they're going to last. Out on the fields that I play on, I actually had several players with F50s have issues right in this region where, from just constant use, it started to separate right here. I had a friend with an F50 Prime, and a few regular F50s have that issue, and I haven't seen that issue so far with these. Overall, a great release from Adidas. A lot of people have complained that they didn't do anything new, but I feel that they've definitely taken a product that was already very good, and they have improved it. They have added things that I believe will continue to further the F50 release. And overall, if you're looking into either of these boots, they're both well worth it. I know we have a review of the synthetic F50 that we'll link in the description that Jordan wrote up, and he really enjoyed the boot. He's a big F50 fan. We're going to have a leather F50 review up in the near future, but I can go ahead and tell you it's a quality boot. If you think Jordan liked the synthetic, then he would like the leather just as much. I know a lot of people were curious about the durability of the 3 Adidas stripes because they've been sewn in there. And a lot of people were worried that after a lot of use those would start to come off, but so far I haven't had that issue. I've been taking good care of them though. I've been cleaning them and putting leather food on them, so maybe that's helping. But overall, great boots, and either one of them would be a good purchase going into the new season. And I hope that if you guys end up getting an F50 that you enjoy them. Also would love to see your comments or thoughts on this video below, and make sure you go check out our website at soccerreviews.com. And besides that, really appreciate you guys listening to me drone on for almost 10 minutes, and thanks for watching.